Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today's video will be a week of meals for our large family. My husband and I are following all day the Arbonne 30 Days to Healthy Living. The kids will eat the meals that are on plan for that, following the program, because that's what I'm cooking for dinner. So tonight we are going to have, the recipe is spring stir-fried chicken with sugar snap peas and carrots, and we are actually going to have turkey instead of chicken because that's what I have. So I'm going to chop that up and then get the rest of the stuff going. Already over here on the stovetop I've got some brown rice cooking. It takes a little while, so I already started that, and I'm getting ready to get all the vegetables chopped up and the sauce made so I can throw it all together in the pan. It should be really fast actually after the rice is done, because the turkey is already cooked, so I won't have to cook the meat. I'll just have to get the vegetables warmed and cooked a little bit, so it should be pretty fast, and we'll see how it is. Alright, this is how dinner is going so far. It smells so good because of the ginger paste in there. I put the ginger paste and the garlic in to some coconut oil first and cooked that a little bit, and then I added the onions in too, and then added the rest of the stuff in there, but it smells really, really good. So now we're basically just cooking the vegetables a little bit more, getting the meat warmed up, and waiting for the rice to finish cooking, and then we will be ready for dinner. I also have the sauce over here that I think, yeah, I pour this over the top of it all and then stir it up once everything is warm and ready to be eaten. So we're gonna get the table cleaned off, and then I'll show you this whenever it's all plated up. Alright, for dinner tonight we are having, the recipe was called the Vegan Buddha Bowl, and I added ground beef to ours because my husband is a meat eater and I knew he would not eat it if it didn't have meat in it. Okay, so what this is I have a bed of lettuce under mine. Everyone else I think is having their lettuce on the side. And then we have quinoa. Then we've got some garbanzo beans that have a lot of spices on them, and I fried them in the pan. I also cooked the hamburger in the same pan, so it's kind of got the same seasonings. On top of that, we have a red pepper cilantro dressing, and then it's got sesame seeds on top. So I think it looks really good, and the sauce is pretty good. Crispin likes the sauce. So now we're just waiting for Daddy and Coulter to get in here, and we are going to eat. Hello! So today is Friday. Wednesday night I didn't film. We were at church. We had dinner at church. I just put a roast in our crock pot, and then I put broccoli and brown rice, or in my Instant Pot I had the roast. Broccoli and brown rice in my crock pot, and that's what we had for dinner Wednesday night at church. Last night, what did we have? Oh yes, last night Austin and I were in town and we went out to dinner with Kaylee, our oldest daughter. We went to a restaurant. I had a taco burger, which was a hamburger with no bun, lettuce, some chili, some tomatoes, some onions, some salsa, and it was really good. And Austin had a hamburger steak with onions and peppers and sweet potato french fries. So that is what we had for dinner last night. Now tonight, my mother-in-law got some pizzas in town, so I cooked 2 of them here and she cooked 2 there. They're gonna come over for dinner tonight, so they're on their way. And then I am still cooking a meal for Austin and myself to eat. We are having this lime chipotle shrimp with asparagus and some brown rice that I have left over in the refrigerator. So this is our on-program meal. I want pizza really bad. It looks so delicious, but I'm going to be good, and I'm going to eat this meal, and it will taste yummy. Hello. So today is Monday. It is a new week. Last week was sporadic with meals, and the weekend was wild. We went to a church fun day on Saturday. I took a kale and quinoa salad. I also took some hard-boiled eggs with salt and pepper and paprika on them. And I took a dessert. I made a yummy dessert. It turned out actually pretty well. It had rhubarb and strawberries, and I used coconut sugar. And then for the topping, I used some almond flour, a little bit of coconut flour, some coconut oil, and coconut sugar. And I cooked it in the oven. And the top was really nice and crunchy and crisp when I pulled it out of the oven. And by the time we got to the picnic, it had all melted into each other. So it was just kind of a big soup. But it still tasted good. So still got eaten, and I enjoyed it. So tonight, and then on Saturday, we went to another potluck at a church. And I had some leftover kale and quinoa salad. So that's what I took with me on Saturday. Or on Sunday to the potluck, and it all got eaten there. And while we were at the potluck, we were able to have a hamburger. I had a hamburger with tomato and lettuce. I also had some cherries. I had the kale and quinoa salad, some green apples, and I had a little tiny handful of potato chips, just regular Lay's potato chips. Those are not technically on the program, but my coach, she likes potato chips, and she said there's a lot of nutrients in potatoes. They're not necessarily bad for you. So if you want to have some chips, you can have some chips. So I went ahead and I had some chips. Now this morning is Monday morning. Austin and I weighed ourselves this morning. He has lost a total of 5 pounds. I have lost a total of 2.5 pounds. So in 1 week, that is our weight loss from doing this program. We both were getting pretty tired of drinking shakes at lunch. So thankfully we were able to have a few actual meals at lunchtime and just drink our protein shake on the side without any extras added into it, just the milk and the protein powder. And so I had leftovers today for lunch, and they said that's perfectly fine to do if you're not too concerned about losing weight. I'm not too concerned about it. I'll probably continue to have some shakes sometimes for lunch, but just try to stick to the program with what I'm eating when I have a meal. So that brings me to tonight. I am making dinner right now. My husband is gone. He will be gone for today, tomorrow, and he'll be home the next day. So tonight I'm making spaghetti for dinner. The kids will have theirs with noodles. I will have mine with spaghetti squash. I have one in my Instant Pot cooking right now. One of the ones we got from the food bank last month. I actually forgot about them because they were in the basement, and I was putting food away today and organizing my shelves, and I found them. So I brought a couple up here, and I wrote on my list of things to do to cook all of those so I can get them frozen before they turn yucky. Some of them already had some spots on them, and so I'm cooking the ones I'm cooking had spots on them. I'll just cut that part out. But I want to get the rest of them cooked up before they turn bad so I can put them in the freezer to be able to enjoy them. Alright, so my Instant Pot has my spaghetti squash in there. Right now I'm just cooking some hamburger and getting that browned up. And then I'll add in the spaghetti sauce. Hopefully, I haven't looked at the sauce ingredients. It's what I have, so it's what I'm going to use. And then I've got some water coming to a boil here. I also will be adding in, we'll have a big salad with this tonight. I have a bagged salad that we're going to eat. And then the kids are going to have this yumminess with theirs. They're going to have some, we got these little ciabatta rolls at the food bank today. So the girls are busy buttering for me. They cut them up.
Aiden said she's just going to do one.
Oh, that's okay. So they cut them in half, in pieces, half as best they could. And now they're buttering them, and we will toast them in the oven. They can enjoy those with their spaghetti. All right, here is my spaghetti. I've got spaghetti squash on this side and lots of lettuce, and I just put sauce on everything because that's how I like it.
My thing?
And here's baby Mister's. He has some spaghetti noodles and spaghetti sauce and a little bit of lettuce. We'll get some dressing in a second. And he wanted to try a little bit of spaghetti squash with his. And Kyla May's trying some spaghetti sauce and spaghetti squash. And I think everybody else has noodles.
I have spaghetti squash.
Kaylee got half and half. So, and then the kids are enjoying that yummy looking bread down there. I put it at the other end of the table so I can't reach it.
Mom, it smells so good.
I know it does.
Yeah.